I am 90% sure that drug is on Zim. Zim is on drugs. Oh my god.
Possibly. Hello, all of you wonderful adventurous beings out there.
A new subscriber
And
arrives.
welcome
It fills you with determination.
to the determination.
John Dad just resubscribed for 10 months. Damn, can't believe it's been a month since our baby.
Kip Cap, thank you so much for that resub and your 10 months of support. And yes, it's been a month since our baby. It is an interesting baby.
I'm afraid to ask for context on that.
Well, you know, it's been 10 months, so, you know, we had the baby at the 9-month mark, and now it's been a month that we've had the baby.
Oh, okay. I was concerned that there was some other subtext going on there.
Wow.
Subscription.
With all the stuff that was being discussed.
And welcome to the stream where we'd rather eat Wereni. This is Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage, Season 2, Episode 1, A Dark New World. A Dark New World. We are going to begin, as always, with introductions. Beginning with my love, my cute, adorable kitty that I love so much and cherish and is awesome and wonderful. And, you know, I engage and break his stories as my way of showing how much I love him. Kerr!
Hi everyone, I'm Kerr. I'm the Storyteller. I'm here to bring happy fun times to all of you and to watch the world fade away into the darkness of despair, pain, and death. Hi everyone.
Hello folks, I'm Nesil playing Alexis McKenna. Time Mage, Mind, Forces, Correspondence, Prime, a little bit of Spirit, and lots of drugs.
Hello everybody, I am Razim, and I am playing Cody Taylor, the financier of the operation. He has a focus on correspondence magic. However, he does also dabble in basically everything else, because he can. And we'll go ahead and turn it over to the next one. Also, he broke the world.
Dr. Portia Wainwright, playing Death, the Destroyer of Worlds. We broke it. Tanya Sapien playing Portia Wainwright, the resident life mage shapeshifter thingamabob, who's not doing very well right now.
Oh, everything's fine. I'd rather eat Wereni.
Speaking of who,
Wereni, it's your
he's next on the list.
turn.
Rowie Row. Hi, I'm Werenimal, and I'm playing Werenimal. The human. For now.
Even though his icon is furry.
Yeah.
Give him
My
10
icon
minutes.
is a Marten. That goes
Yeah.
Duke.
We'll be fixing all of this soon, and, you know, he will be furry.
Well, partially.
Become as Fuzz.
Become as Fuzz. Become
You guys
as
can
Fuzz.
figure out what happens at some point. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
And I am Tochemay, and I'm playing War and Peace, an Order of Hermes mage, traditionalist,
AKA stick up the ass. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and turn the recap for the entire the entirety of Season 1 over to Portia. Go.
What? Wait, hold on. What? The entirety
What?
of Season 1?
Yes.
Bro, you can't just dump that on me. That's over a year of backlog. I can't remember that far back. I only have half a brain cell and I have to share it.
Much more than a year, I think.
I believe in you.
So we had a group of mages that operate out of a wealthy estate owned by Cody. They went around getting into various shenanigans for all the highs and lows that brought with it. Along the way, they ran into various interesting characters, such as, Not a Demon. The Not a Demon really loves soup. He makes really damn good soup. You have no idea. There used to be this German guy who drove cars really good and could really throw a punch. Then he turned into a wolf, and then he kind of wasn't here anymore. There was a tank. Future sci-fi tank, just dropped off free of charge, no questions asked, and there's no reason to look any further into that plot. That the old man in the tree, the spirit, whatever, he got a body. So he's been kind of wandering around with that possessed corpse that he has. Thankfully, Portia made sure that he's not going to decay anytime soon, because that would be inconvenient. They have loose connections that they've cultivated with various groups.
Don't forget Wostein down in the basement.
Oh yeah, and Cody has a failsafe if he ever dies. If he ever dies in a way that he can't come back, the failsafe detonates a sentient nuke in the basement of the mansion. Specifically, it is inside the armory,
what?
which itself is. I thought that's where the nuke was.
Well, yes, it's down in the basement, but it's not set up to blow if he dies.
I thought you said that was the failsafe.
You did say that once.
Oh. Well, it's not, because that would kill the Martens, and he would definitely not want to kill the Martens. It's a failsafe for if he really needs to take out some grid coordinates.
Well, either way, he thought it'd be a good idea to install an AI core in the nuke because, giving personality to a piece of munitions has never gone poorly in any work of fiction ever. And that's kept down in the armory, and the armory itself is completely secured away. You have to use correspondence magic to even get into it. It doesn't physically have a door. So all this crap led towards the culmination of finding Horizon, only to discover that all of the various artifacts that had been going missing over the last several months before then were all being rounded up by a group that had claimed Horizon for their own, and they gave it another name, which is a it's a name I don't acknowledge or
Tanya.
recognize.
Tanya.
What?
You forgot something.
What?
You forgot your friend.
I'm trying to round up. I'm trying to recall like 2 years worth of backlog here. So
I know. That's why I'm helping out. You forgot your best friend, the High Priest of
Tycoon?
Power Rangers.
Yes. There was an arc. There was an arc where they oh, there goes Kerr. They had an arc where they brought down a marauder, they were supposed to kill the Marauder because that's what you do. If a Marauder's around, you kill them for the safety of everybody. But because Portia is Portia, and because the group is the group, they enabled her, and she ended up managing to actually fix the Marauder's broken avatar and bring them back to sanity and reality. Bringing them back to reality both in the metaphorical and quite literal sense. And he's just been kind of hanging out at the mansion since then, helping out where he can. Oh, they met Jack the Ripper, and then fed Jack the Ripper to Domino. They met an Order of Hermes Mage, who had been quieted. They rescued him from the quieting, realized he was an Order of Hermes Mage, and then fed him to Domino. And yeah, fast forwarding to where things had come to a head in Horizon, they were all of them except for Portia and Werenimal were forcefully invited to Horizon to hopefully be swayed over to their side. They were having none of it, and that's when Portia and Werenimal caught up with the rest of the group, and they proceeded to point weapons at each other, and then they fed the guards to Domino.
What's with you in feeding guards to Domino, or feeding people to Domino?
I don't know. It's just that's what keeps happening. So, they managed to bring down Arthur by bringing down the sentient spear Ragnamini had, which had the unfortunate side effect of breaking down the veil between the spirit world and the physical world. AKA, all the magic and fantasy bullshit is starting to leak out hardcore, and the main factions are doing everything they can to contain the fallout. And of course, certain factions are overjoyed by this because now there are huge swaths of territory that can be fed to Domino.
And you forgot how the veil got torn. So I surprised Kerr. He had several ideas of how we might go about stopping Arthur. And
Threw that bitch into a black hole.
Worse than that, yeah. Instead of, going with any of the things on his bingo board, I decided to aim for the opposite direction of the bingo board and wound up ricocheting off of several objects before it wound up in, in space. And Cody opened up a portal to Oblivion itself and fed the spear to Oblivion.
And then panicked as he had to force the hole shut because Oblivion was like, there's food on this side.
He didn't panic, he was fine. He had everything under control. After all, he has to maintain only the most perfect of posture, as a knight of Domino. So yeah, that brings us to Season 2. We'll go ahead and turn it over to Kerr now.
So.
A needle pulling thread.
Not working with the good guys.
So how is everyone doing right now?
Portia is not doing very well at all. And we did discuss in DMs where I would like to have her pop up, but, it's up to you to set the stage.
Oh, we'll see if you're there.
Alexis would have been regularly sending Finch Force 5 out to gather information about what the heck's going on out there.
Yeah, so we're going to be jumping forward a few months. About 4 months into the future. And, well, things have not been good, to put it lightly. And by that, I mean that's probably the understatement of the century, give or take.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Tochemay tipped $110. The underworld is going to be fun.
Tochemay, thank you so very much for that tip and supporting the channel and continuing to allow these fantastical streams to come to you all. I do hope you enjoy these stories, and once again, thank you so very much for your support. The tip goal has been fully completed. From here, we are going to allow some last-minute tips towards the September goals. Since I overslept yesterday, I figured today we'll go ahead and allow some last-minute tips to make those September goals happen. I'll update it in a moment. Carry on.
It has been 4 months since the fall of the veil, since the gauntlet collapsed completely, and the spirit world came crashing back into the mortal world. In less than a month's time, thanks to all of this, over 1 billion men, women, and children had been killed by the influx of chaos. The spirits ran roughshod over everything. And it wasn't just spirits. It was fair folk. It was the undead. It was a plethora of different creatures. And mankind was not ready for it.
I guess this was better than Paradise.
I mean,
Just-
technically we had less losses this way than the other way.
Yeah.
Well, that was in the first month.
Yeah, you saying that, there's just moaning of discontent from the lounge.
The only reason you know that is because that's how long most emergency broadcast systems lasted. Nowadays, pretty much all mortal technology has fallen into disuse and such without outside means. For example, all the utility stuff that most people rely on doesn't work anymore. There is no power, there is no running water. Not unless you had a system already built up for it.
Here's an important question.
Yes.
Obviously, cell phones would not be getting signal anymore. What about satellite phones?
The satellites would still be operational.
You still
Okay.
need battery.
Yeah, you would still need a way to charge it, but yes.
Mage.
Yeah, a mage can just use a little bit of electricity to channel. It's not that big of a deal for them.
I shall
hey,
wield
Cody,
the
you're
mighty powers of lightning to charge my cell phone.
Hey,
No,
Cody,
like-
your house has generators, right?
Yes, it would.
_Royal tipped $40. A gift from the Hoot of Feather Space, nukes, and anomalous adaptability.
Whoa! Thank you so very much for that tip. And that does add a bunch of points to the September goals. Holy crap. I'll get that figured out in just a moment.
Here's a question. Anybody with spirit sight who wants to see what's going on with this?
Oh, you don't need spirit sight to see it. Spirits are actually able to physically manifest that even normal people can see them. It is a nightmare going out. It is not safe at all for people to go out. The creatures prowl. Note, there are some creatures who are doing their best to try and stave off the worst of it. For example, the werewolves have basically risen up in force to basically stand up against the spirits who are trying to do horrific things to humanity. But there's only so many of them. And even now, they can't always get along. The vampires are not happy with this. They liked the way things were, and now everything is going to shit, and they're fucking pissed. And have basically taken to also trying their best to safeguard humanity, because if humanity dies, they lose their food source.
Yeah, a shepherd guards the flock.
Yes, so while the vampires aren't necessarily friends of humanity, they can be considered allies of convenience and necessity. If you are in a city or town that's protected by a vampire, yeah, you might be expected to give blood and such to them and do what they say, but they will also make sure that you don't get eaten by something way worse.
Juicebox is afraid. Protect me.
They're dicks, for the most part. But they're also dicks who are going to do their best to watch over their own necessity and well-being first and foremost.
They used to be rulers.
Mm-hmm. And now it's like, hey, we can actually do that again.
For the record, Cody would have brought his security team and their families and friends to his manor.
Yeah, actually, on that
So
note,
with them
Portia,
making the matter just like a little refugee camp for
that's exactly what I was
friends.
about to say.
No, you have to understand. In the town that we're at, we already have a major power player protecting it.
Yes, I was actually going to be going into that. Right now, I'm just kind of going through the different factions right now. The dead are... It's sort of hit and miss. They don't really have a leader necessarily right now. So when it comes to like just normal race, they're just kind of doing their own thing, you know. They're kind of happy being able to like see their loved ones, talk with them. Like, sure, they're ghosts, but they can actually be seen by people, so not so bad. And they're not usually they're more or less just people. Some are good, some are bad, some are dicks.
That actually does bring something to mind, which is I'm sure there are a few ancestral spirits that have taken up protectorate positions.
Oh yes. Most of the time, most of the time, I should say, is the ghosts are going to do their best to safeguard the people that they cared about in life, or the people that those people care about.
Alright, so like at this point, society basically has like collapsed.
Yes.
Monster
I don't have my job anymore.
Monster kills somebody while attacking a group. Guy just gets back up. That's right, I'm on your playing field now.
Yeah.
What about like world governments trying to like fight against these things, like the U.S. military trying to like shoot fucking werewolves or something?
I will be going into that very shortly, actually. On the other hand, though, there are a massive amount of specters, which are basically the dark evil race that want to drag everything kicking and screaming into oblivion. And they, on the other hand, are out for blood and will do horrific things to anyone that they can get their hands on. Those ones are the nasty ones. And any wraith could theoretically become a specter if they can't control themselves. Let's see, what else do we have? The werewolves are mostly on the side of humanity, safeguarding them. Vampires. Mages are, again, sort of hit and miss. As the veil went down and the wall between the spirit world and the mortal world collapsed, their power came rushing back. And with the influx of the supernatural basically altering the with the influx of the supernatural basically rushing in and people realizing, oh shit, this is real, basically your power has gone through the roof.
Consensus, is that the word you were looking for?
Yes. So, at this point, mages are... Some have basically gone to, yes, we need to use our magic and power to help humanity, to protect them, and to keep everyone safe and figure out what to do. And then you have some who are going, I am God! Kneel before me, mortals, and worship me!
Get right up until another mage goes, no.
Yeah, and then you have the old legends of gods dueling.
Yeah, there are full-on wizard battles happening every now and then, I'm assuming.
Oh, it's not wizard battles. We're talking like on the level of like gods fighting each other, like the old stories.
You know, the particular entity that was involved with the Exalted being brought back into this timeline, I wonder how they're feeling right now, because I'm pretty sure creation is coming back in full force right now.
It's kind of worse right now. The governments of the world were not ready for this at all. And basically the heads of leadership were cut off almost immediately by these things. Because these things didn't come in here just ravenously, just killing willy-nilly. No, they've been doing this literally for centuries. They've been using proxies to do it, because most of them were not strong enough to enter reality to act. But now that they could, they knew exactly who to go after, what to do, and basically the government's caved almost within a week or two.
To quote an old movie, originally I intended on keeping a lot of proxies between us, but considering as most of them are dead now, I figured, what the hell, let's meet.
Mm-hmm.
Stygia and Yellow Springs are gonna have a fun time.
Oh, they are at war right now. Also, so is the Yama Kings and the Malfians. For those who don't know, the Yellow Springs is basically the Asian dead who basically view anyone who isn't from an Asian country as a slave or to be made into an object. And yeah, they're at war with Stygia, which is the Western dead. And it is an absolute shit show. Same with the Worm Servants, the Malfians, as they can sometimes be called, because they're from Malpheus, are at war with the Yama Kings, who are basically the Worms equivalent over in the east. And the only reason the Yama Kings and the Worm got along was because they couldn't invade each other. They were literally cut off from each other by basically a glowing wall that kept them separated. They could trade information and stuff and talk, but they couldn't actually take over each other's territory or any of that, so they were able to work together pretty easily. But now all bets are fucking off and they're at war. They both want to wipe each other off the map so they can take over the world. Let's see.
The Technocrats are gonna have a fun time.
Well, at least I decided to join you guys before all this happened. Otherwise, I probably would have died.
The Technocracy is doing their best to hold the line, and they've been one of the most successful organizations for doing that. But even then, there's only so many of them to go around, and this is like the biggest incursion they've ever fucking had.
So, thing I was about to say there is, so yeah, what Werenimal thought was the worst week of his life was actually fate grabbing him and throwing him into a lifeboat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, me going back to my apartment that would, not have food or water or power anymore, and having to go out and scavenge for stuff, fighting other humans and
With
horrific
Cody's
monsters.
correspondence, you'd be able to visit long enough to round up your most prized possessions and then immediately jump back.
Yes.
So you have your personal stuff, but yeah, staying there is not an option.
Yeah, probably. Oof.
So,
I mean, I
about
guess,
that
like, humans-
room that I offered to have set up for you.
Look who just ran out of options.
I guess I have to stay here now. This place has power and food and water. My apartment doesn't, and this place isn't at threat of getting broken into by horrific monsters or other humans trying to loot.
Yeah, whenever Portia isn't brooding by the fireplace, she actually would be spending her time cultivating crops and tending to the wounded.
Cal's like, now what do I do? I don't have a job anymore. my job was work from home travel agent, and there's no one's doing any travel anymore because I doubt planes even fly anymore.
Oh yeah, there's
except for maybe like anyone left with like military equipment, maybe trying to fight off things.
Because they basically got a refugee camp outside the estate right now, right?
Oh, actually, out of pretty much almost everywhere in the world, Empty Springs has actually survived almost with basically zero changes to it. For one reason and one reason only.
A certain somebody in a nightclub is so spoopy that none of the spirits want to come close.
When you guys got back, there was a dome of light surrounding Empty Springs, as well as you got to see basically a great projection of fire light up the sky in the form of a winged angel, basically going, any of humanity who needs safety or protection, come here. You will be protected. I will keep you safe. If any wish to try to harm those under my protection, prepare to face your end.
Turns out having Satan on our side is really nice.
Who'd have thought?
Literally Satan.
Actually, Satan. The actually is important, I feel. Yeah, Lucifer basically going, come at me, bro. You guys want to try shit? I will fucking wreck you. And so far, since then, over the last few months, Empty Springs has basically been
purpose.
Empty Springs has basically become a refugee camp for people to come to. It is one of the only places that is actually like stable and has working power and such, because you have a good set of mages here, and said mages are doing their best to maintain the infrastructure using their new magic. Also, it helps that anyone who tries to get out of hand, Lucy comes and basically goes, bitch slap, no, bad.
Oh my god. Kerr, I
Yes?
just realized something. Because of this situation where the town actually has a benefactor that's holding the line,
Mm-hmm.
Portia would actually be able to find something to anchor her, so she wouldn't be caught in depression. because she'd be focusing on her work to the detriment of all else because, it keeps the self-doubt away.
Yes, Portia would definitely have a place at the hospital.
No, what I'm saying is, if the veil's completely and totally collapsed, then there's no reason for her to hide any alterations that she's made to herself to optimize herself for that role.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So yeah, she would still have the electroplax, and she would have given herself a pair of wings so that she can get around quickly. Which
you also
means
wouldn't need to sleep anymore either.
This is true. She can she can modify her circadian rhythm. Unless you're saying there's something else going on there.
Oh no, you could just basically make it so you don't need to sleep anymore.
Yeah.
You just have to keep channeling life magic, keep regenerating your body.
But no, where I was going with that is that she would have given herself wings so that she can get around quickly, which means that she, for all intents and purposes, from the perspective of the people she's helping, would just be an angel working for the one that's guarding the town.
Mm-hmm. Would you like a flaming sword?
I can make my own.
Wonderful, darling.
So yeah, that she's actually found a niche. I was expecting to do this whole depression arc, but no.
Yes,
no, Calvin is the one that's depressed.
Domino. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
He doesn't his entire life just got flipped up on its head, and he doesn't have anything to do anymore because his job was to travel before.
Or you can help people
a
travel
government contractor, which doesn't probably exist anymore because the governments don't exist, and the military probably is overrun.
Well, yeah, but now you don't have to. You don't need to work. I mean, you got everything provided for you. Plus, you get to be fluffy soon.
TM.
TM.
So, anything else for you to go over, Kerr?
Let's see. Reviewing my notes. Let's see. Domino would also have a little fiefdom here in Empty Springs as well.
Given the nature of Domino when compared to other fair folk, I'm assuming that Old Scratch is hesitantly accepting.
Domino has been ordered by his wife to not let anything happen to people, so Domino has considered all of humanity off limits to the supernatural.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that he married the chandelier. That was a detail I forgot in the recap for everybody. Domino, he felt like he should have a wife, so he ended up marrying one of his changelings, who previously was the chandelier in one of the ballrooms.
Yeah, she was actually the electricity that crackled within the crystals of the chandelier to light it.
Yeah, do yourselves a favor. Never become a changeling.
So, yeah, no, Domino is... Technically, they're not married, but Domino considers her to be his wife / girlfriend. And he basically, she told him, yeah, no, you need to protect these people. So, Domino decided he needed to protect these people. Cody, protect these people for me.
Not technically married, but sparks are flying in that relationship.
First, Domino, you do have a favor that you owe me.
Yes, darling.
Well, I already told you what I wanted with this, so let's bring the beast folk back, shall we?
Yes, I am working on that, darling. It takes time.
It's been 4 months.
Yes, and such a strong weaving takes time because there are others who are going to try to stop it. I assume you want this to affect everywhere. Yes, darling?
Yes, fair.
Don't worry, it's almost finished within the next couple of days.
When I'm at least 6 feet under.
Mangumkra has purchased 10 tabletop cards packs.
Mango!
This can only end in tears.
Thank you so much for those pack purchases. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, by the way, to do exclamation point loot. It's a little late now, but if you do exclamation point loot in the chat, if there are any current coupons, they do pop up there. Actually, that's a good question. Do I have any current coupons going on? I do not. Never mind. But for the future reference. You know what? I'll go ahead and add a new coupon. Anyways, carry on, everybody.
But yes, I think I hit everything. So, what is everyone up to 4 months later as all this chaos has happened?
Well, important question. What's the state of the technocrats as far as we can tell?
A lot of the technocrats have rallied to Empty Springs because it's like a safe haven that they don't need to like spend a ton of resources to reinforce. So, you know, they can bring their shuttles, their spacecraft, their giant battleships here to repair and take care of.
What she's done is, rather than it being the occasional single crate care package that she was sending to Isaac, she's now making regular shipments to their camps on the condition that those supplies be evenly distributed amongst refugees and those on the front lines.
Oh yeah, no, the technocrats would definitely be trying to safeguard as much as humanity is physically possible for them.
Yeah, and she's her experimental gardens and stuff like that, she's completely swapped them over to mass production of medicinal herbs and food.
Yeah, way back before the big fighting and stuff between the Mage and the Technocrats actually, the Order of Reason is what they used to be called. They actually were basically humanity's sole protectors against the supernatural. And that's what they considered their job to be, was protecting humanity from the darkness. So they've basically fallen back into that role again.
They got a little bit decadent in the years, but...
Yeah, now it's like, yeah, this is what they did. This is what they do. And they're good at it. It's just the matter of having the manpower to be everywhere is difficult.
Yeah, and like I said, Portia's doing her best. So that's how she's spending her days, is doing her best to maintain that supply line.
Basically, right now, what they've been trying to do is use Empty Springs as a springboard and basically start moving out from Empty Springs in all directions to slowly retake all of the surrounding territory and bring it under their control and just keep moving out from there.
Welcome to the Bunker Enclave.
They do have outposts in other like countries, cities, and nations, of course. But one of the big focuses in Empty Spring is just because it is one of the only actual safe havens they've got. The other ones they're good, but you never know what might try to sneak in, what might try to cause trouble. They're not as secure as this place is.
Aaron and Lupa, did they ever pop back up again?
They're in Empty Springs.
Cal probably constantly be annoying them to know what things are like where he's from, the New York City area.
Yeah, New York's not there anymore.
What, the whole city's just gone?
Basically,
think about the sheer population density, and if they're not prepared for a spectral invasion, that's just a buffet.
Yeah, basically almost all like the biggest populated cities were hit really hard by this.
Meanwhile, you'd have some places in remote Montana that they didn't even notice anything changed. Well, there's always been monsters out in those woods. That's why I carry a gun.
Mm-hmm.
So Cal's like home city's just like destroyed.
Pretty much, yeah. It did not last long under the assaults.
And they thought they were doing okay until the Statue of Liberty turned around and cracked its knuckles. And then they were like, well, we're fucked.
Don't worry, there's a whole thing about vampires in that area.
That was one of the reasons it was hit so hard. Also, yeah, there was also the issue of over in New York, the sewer system seemed to come to life. And like what ended up killing almost everyone was like these. They were almost like fungal growths, just literally coming out of the sewers and just burrowing into people's bodies and draining them of blood and eating them, basically.
So the flood.
Dang, I'm surprised I didn't even just nuke the city.
The Technocrats weren't sure if that was going to work. Instead, they basically used a group of satellites to channel sunlight onto it, and even then, all that did was just cause it to retract back into the sewers and stay there.
They literally hit it with the ion cannon.
Yeah.
I wonder, real quick, I just have a curiosity question. Tochemay, do you know who I'm talking about when I'm talking about this?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you might, but yes.
I don't.
Yeah, out of character. In the storyline, Samisi, the antediluvian for the Samisi clan, is basically living under New York as basically a fungal colony and is slowly assimilating other beings into himself. And basically he's fully woken up and come into his power with all this going on, and he decided to eat everything.
The number 3 vampire.
Yeah, Samisi is fucking scary.
So he went full cordyceps on the ant colony that is New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
goddamn.
and in response, the Technocrats basically dropped a sun nuke on the area using their satellites.
Kill it with fire. Which fire? Sun.
Yes. All of
it?
Yeah, which fire? All of the fire.
All the fire.
It did not kill Samisi, but it drove him back underground again and kept him there. So they basically have that satellite trained on him 24/7.
Yeah. He thought he was big and bad, and then we threw the sun at him.
Oh, he survived it though. That's the thing. That's what scares them. Is he survived it? And the vampire survived the sheer concentrated might of the sun shining down on him through like 6 different satellites, like a concentrated beam of pure light, and it didn't kill it.
Just made it very angry.
Oblivion fight.
I think that plus some ground penetrating nukes might take care of it.
The reason why they haven't tried nuking it is because they're not sure. They're not sure if that's going to work against him. They have had help with studying the. Oh, go ahead.
Well, also, if he's fungal, you don't want to use something that'll create massive updrafts because spores.
Yeah, fair.
That's the issue. Is as the Technocrats would have been told by the vampires, because the Samisi clan very much does not want Samisi to come back. They're fucking terrified of him. That's why they killed him the first time. They thought they killed him already, and it turns out they didn't kill him.
He's the guy who created the clan.
Mm-hmm.
That he hates his prodigy.
Yeah, he does not like his kids, and his kids do not like him. The issue though is the Tsamisi special ability. The thing that they're really, really good with is Vivisectitude is the name of their special clan power. And what that lets them do is shape flesh like clay. They can literally just run their hand over someone and completely mutate and change their body however they see fit. When you go into a Tsamisi home, basically every bit of furniture, even sometimes the entire house itself, is actually made out of people.
Yikes.
Yeah,
it's
strange
people.
times.
The
Strange times.
is people. Sorry.
Strange times make for strange bedfellows if we're working alongside people like that.
There's actually a case of a Tsamisi who literally took a village of people and turned their bodies into a giant cathedral of flesh. And they were all still alive, by the way. They don't die from this.
Slanesh would like to know your location.
But yes, the Tsamisi have basically, yeah, we don't like you, but we don't like him even more because he wants to kill us. What do you want to know so you can kill it? Yes, the Tsamisi are very practical minded. When it comes to their safety and what they want, yes, they will do what is necessary. And this is the priority. Deal with it now.
My God. I can just picture a Slanisi vampire and Portia getting into a fight. It's like, no, I want them to be this way. Nope, I'm putting them back. Stop it. Like, no, look, they look awesome with 3 hands. No, 2 hands. And the poor person who's being mutated back and forth is just screaming in agony.
Actually, the Tsamisi can make it completely painless if they want to. They consider...
This isn't a matter of physical pain, it's emotional pain.
The Tsamisi consider their abilities to be art and beauty, to bring out the trueness of a person or a being. But yeah, no, they're fuckers for the most part. Almost none of the vampire groups like them. But yeah, no, that's one of the reasons they haven't nuked him, is because they're afraid that's not going to kill him. Because he's literally able to control his own veins and such. He can control his entire body on the cellular level. And mutate and change it to be whatever he wants.
Nuke, you're going to create more stuff for him to manipulate.
Yes, or he can just manipulate his body so the radiation doesn't even hurt him. Like, that's what they're worried he could do. So, the one thing he can't really adapt to is sunlight, which is why they're keeping this entire area locked down with sunlight and just basically trying to figure out, okay, what can we do about this? How can we stop this? But yes, continue on. What have you guys been doing over these last few months, too?
Seeing as how the Technocracy is basically the only game in town trying to restore order, Alexis is going to throw in his chips with them. Or at least help him out in missions and such. Yeah,
the Technocrats and the Mages have basically, like, yes, we don't necessarily like each other, but this is like the end of the world here. We need to do something about this, and we'll tolerate each other over this because, like, you know, there's actual fucking monsters running around eating people.
Yeah, and I'm imagining that somebody with clairvoyant abilities would be a great asset for their field teams.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Alexis would probably drop the mortality rate exponentially due to him being able to warn people about what's coming and what's going to be happening.
I'm 5, by the way.
You have 5 in time now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep shoveling him that DMT and see where it takes us.
There we go. I would have been seriously considering going back in time and making this a little better, but wouldn't actually do it.
I mean, if you want to run through that minefield, I'll get the popcorn.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I could do that would make anything better. At least not on a grand scale. So.
You tried to do that and you'll hit the paradox point.
Yeah, I mean, would it be worth it? I don't know.
It'd be like hitting the wall of a hurricane. Just don't do it.
So I just want to give you some uses that you're able to set up now, Alexis, is you can actually loop time now. You can set up anchor points. Where basically if something happens, you get bumped back to that anchor point and can redo it again. Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Yeah, right.
I was waiting for that.
That's what I was thinking.
You can actually stop time. You can create a bubble of time and manipulate the time to either be fast within the bubble or slow within the bubble. So imagine basically you guys setting up like a massive greenhouse. And Alexis, you could literally speed up time in that bubble to have it like months go by in seconds to keep harvesting food.
Sweet.
You can also set up trigger effects, where if something happens, it triggers a magical ability or causes something to happen. And also, most importantly, you are immune to time changes.
Could be useful.
You can save scum now.
Yeah, actually, that's what Wostein just pointed out. Yeah, Alexis is a dirty save scummer now.
Pretty much.
You have you are filled with determination.
Somebody pisses off Alexis. Cody gets a ping on his terminal. Quick saving. Ah, shit.
Now, just watch out for old Man Trembly.
To be fair though, your time magic has been much easier and safer to do now with everything that's happened.
Yeah, I kind of assumed as much.
You haven't had the issue of Paradox trying to eat you at all.
Yeah, I figure there's lots more things going on that make this kind of stuff seem a little less paradoxy.
Let's
but yeah,
see.
gonna be helping out Isaac a lot, since he's kind of our main contact in the technocracy, and doing what I can to bring a little bit more order.
Oh yeah, he is very much going to be all for... He is very much going to ask for all the help that he can get right now.
I bet.
And what about you, Warren?
We have a pretty good thing to take back, Horizon.
Yes, you guys would actually be able to start turning Horizon into basically a refugee camp for anyone who needs it.
That sounds like fun.
It's an outside point from Earth.
Okay, so we have this other refugee camp you people can go to. It's much safer, much more secure, totally impregnable, but you have to put up with the Order of Hermes. So, chance of being killed violently in your sleep,
I'm out.
putting up with the Order of Hermes. I understand it's a difficult decision to make.
I'm out.
They're not that bad.
Domino, I've got more food for you.
As even Domino doesn't want them.
Oh,
that last one was disgusting. I don't think I can. I don't think I can deal with it anymore.
Hermes is here to be your protectors.
Well, actually, yeah. I bet the Order of Hermes is just loving this situation.
We have been preparing for this.
It's like Doomsday Preppers when the first nuke falls.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just put it this way. Watch out for Old Man Trembly.
The
founder of the Tremere.
You.
That's the big question, though. Tremere, does he get mage powers, or is that still bound to blood?
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, they would be able to regain their magic.
Fuck.
Yes, the Tremere would be...
That's all I have to say is just fuck.
Well, to be fair, actually, the Tremere actually would not be absolutely terrible.
They're still on the side of humanity.
Yes, because they need humanity. But they would just kind of be doing their own shit as well. That's why they wanted to gain the vampire's power, was there were so many things that they wanted to do, they need immortality to do it all.
I would like to point out that for any vampires that they're working alongside, Portia would be cloning blood for them.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't mind that.
So help me, if you're doing live feedings while we still got a stockpile of the cloned blood, we are going rounds. You will drink the synth blood first. It's only if we run out of that you start feeding on people.
I mean, what if people want to be fed on? There are some people who actually enjoy it.
Then that's not feeding, that's just being kinky, that's its own thing.
Okay, they would specifically want to check on that because actually when it comes to vampires and feeding, it's actually better than sex for people. So the vampires don't need to do anything in order to actually get people to want to be fed on. It literally feels that fucking good for them.
Well, regardless, she would make sure that there are supplies of cloned blood available. Just because there's not a whole lot of veins to go around.
Also, Portia would be follow orders.
Portia would be considered to be basically a priority target for protection. Nothing is allowed to happen to her because even if humanity gets wiped out, she can still make blood for us. Actually, good, decent blood.
Yeah, it's not the crappy synth blood. It's actually cloned, so it's the real thing.
Yes, the vampires would basically consider you to be protected at all costs, and there is at least 1 or 2 bodyguards that are vampires who are with you at all times to make sure that you are safe and protected.
I get the feeling that there's a few other life mages that have taken the hint there, and they're like, "Hey, I can clone blood too."
Yes, the vampires would basically consider would consider all of these people to be like priority targets that are very important to their society and should be protected. And thus, you actually get bodyguards from them. And the bodyguards are not dicks or anything. They're actually like, yes, they're actually like decent folk who are just like, yeah, this is my job. I'm supposed to watch you and make sure that you're happy, B, you have everything you need, and C, if anyone tries to kill you or hurt you, I rip them the fuck apart.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're a bit of a dick to Portia, there's nothing really stopping her from changing the metal in your cufflinks into silver. Have fun with that.
And Cody, what have you been up to?
Cody would have been doing what he could to help take care of his people, make sure that his his Martens are okay. His personal security team, like I said, he'd be getting them settled in. I mean, he's got a pretty big mansion here, so there's plenty of room for his security team to live there as well as their families and such, so...
Mm-hmm.
And helping our werewolf friends.
Not to mention, I'm sure with his correspondence magic, he can toss in a bit of extra, space if needed.
See these tiny little army tents on the outside? Each one is actually a full house.
Otherwise, he is also going to be offering his services to the technocracy for helping out, while also doing what he can to prepare for his magnum opus.
Uh-huh.
Turning the world furry.
Some people would argue breaking the world would be his magnum opus, and it's already happened.
I mean, that was just a means to an end. And for the record, he has spent all of his time since this in his anthro form.
Yeah, and Portia, she never undid the modifications to her arms, and like I said, she added the wings. So she basically looks angelic this whole time.
Okay. Let's see, is there anything else?
Our werewolf friends.
And Werenimal.
The werewolves have basically taken to patrolling the place and trying to keep it safe and protected.
Ancestor spirits protect us.
Alright, so. Could someone roll a 1d4 for me? Or, sorry, a 1d, sorry.
I will add that Cal has been, 1, being sad because, the world ended, and 2, trying to rizz a werewolf.
Oh
my god.
Could someone roll a 1d5 for me?
I don't know the chat command for that.
You just roll a d6, and if it's a 6, you re-roll it.
I mean, fair, I guess.
All right, Alexis.
Yeah, here about you. What?
You would have been asked to bring your group together because the Technocrats are planning something big, and they want a little bit of extra oomph to make sure that things can go well. If you'd be willing.
Yeah, I'm willing to hear him out at least. Have they been getting any authoritarian vibes or anything that would not be a good thing for the future of humanity? Out of
Not
curiosity,
really.
over the couple months. Okay.
Yeah. Have they been behaving more followers of the apocalypse or more enclave?
Yeah.
Basically, the way they've been acting is just like a military. Just like hierarchy, like soldiers should listen to their commanders because, like, if you don't, everyone else could get themselves killed on the battlefield. But otherwise, like, they try to be like, hey, this is why we're doing things. This is why we are not doing things. If you have a problem with it, please explain it, and we will tell you why we're doing it when it is safe to do so.
That's good. All right, then.
And
I'll spread the word.
And how many times has a mage or a werewolf just walked away on them mid-sentence when a commander is ranting?
It actually happens quite a bit, honestly. 'Cause, like, I mean,
And how many times has a mage or a werewolf just walked away on them mid-sentence when a commander is ranting?
it actually happens quite a bit, honestly. 'Cause, like, I mean, That's kind of why.
I'm not part of your chain of command. I'm the specialist. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's basic. That's basically why they didn't just go, Alexis, assemble your team. It's more like, hey, Alexis, could you go ask your people if they would be willing to maybe help out?
Hey,
Very
Alexis,
good.
play
You used your
Despacito.
adult words.
Oh no.
Also, one moment. One sec.
Actually, yeah, Wostein makes a good point. They've been granted a reminder of what their original duty was and humbled.
Water, Marten.
I'm back.
Hey, Kurt.
But, yes.
I just want you to know, before you realize what I'm about to do in the very near future, that I love you, and I treasure you, and I love these worlds that you bring for us. Just so you know, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Carry on.
The bonkening shall commence soon.
I'm glaring at you right now.
I didn't do anything.
You were thinking about it.
They are thinking about it.
No, I can sense it, Tochemay. You're plotting something deep within the recesses of your mind.
There's plenty of stuff that's already happening. I don't need to mess it up anymore.
That doesn't make me feel better.
We need to help the Technocrats. Right, Alexis?
Yeah, that's how to spread the word. Given the place and time of that they're looking to talk to us.
Basically, like a couple hours. Give you guys time to get together and finish off anything that you're doing.
Mages, assemble!
Portia, what are you up to?
Actually, could say this is coinciding with one of her shipments, so she'd be getting that ready. Just packing up a crate.
There are a pair of vampires that are currently standing at your side, watching you and keeping track of everything in the room.
Do you two ever take a bleeding rest?
One of them looks at you. No.
I'm more than capable of defending myself if anything comes after me.
Rest is for the weak and feeble.
Well, yes, you
and
are.
the living.
But
yeah, the weak and feeble.
You are also one of the most powerful and important people, therefore you should have to protect yourself. That's what bodyguards are for.
I'm also not an elitist swine. But if you're gonna be standing by my side this entire time, then make use of that undead strength of yours and carry this for me.
One of them moves almost too fast for you to even see, and grabs the crate and immediately starts moving.
But be gentle with it. Those vials are fragile.
And it's this moment that Alexis arrives.
I've done this 1,000,001 times.
Wostein_oil has brought forth Greeves and his Greeves Bazaar of Exchange.
If there was ever a time he was going to show up in this world. Her just died. Cody, is Kurt gonna be okay?
Oh, definitely not.
Okay, let's just continue. I will have that happen soon.
It has been added to the agenda.
Alright, well, I guess I'm letting Portia know that the technocracy is planning something big and wants our input and/or assistance.
Oh, good. I was heading to the base anyways. Saves me a trip.
I guess using the intercom to assemble the wagons or whatnot.
Ring,
Batman
ring, ring,
transition.
ring, 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 the Marten phone. Do, 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 do. Ring, 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 the Marten phone.
Have I mentioned before how much it pisses me off that he somehow still gets cell signal?
Hello?
Hello, darling, my sweet knight. So delightful to see you.
Oh, hello. What can I do for you, Domino?
Oh, darling, it's not what I can do for you, or what you can do for me, but rather one of my associates that I know of has come into town.
Oh, and who would that be? Do you want me to go kill them?
No, 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 darling.
Judging by that really long delay, he was seriously considering it.
You see, he's a bit of a shopkeeper, so to speak, that travels between different realms. And apparently he, through a bit of negotiation, has decided to come to Empty Springs, darling. No need to thank me.
Alright. I am guessing that he can provide the materials and such that I will need for this spell.
He poofed.
Well, thanks for coming, y'all.
Why did he poof?
See you next week.
I don't know.
Because
I think
the
his internet
spell.
died.
Tanya, what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Welcome back, Kerr.
Why did you poof? Wereni, what did you do?
Row.
No blowing up my boyfriend.
Giggity.
Oh, he's suddenly laughing maniacally.
Part of him is back. Did he just turn into a robot? What the fuck?
He's crying.
Yeah, I think it might be hysterical crying. I don't think he realized that at first that you know, Greaves' whole thing is that he could provide all of those ingredients I need. He has even lost the ability to speak English.
Zim, why?
He has reverted to cat. What?
Like I said, it's not me who's breaking things.
I like how it's devolving to the point it just sounds like digital noise after a while.
Okay, that's a thing. That's a thing.
I think Kerr was hoping to delay it as long as possible.
So, here's an important question. Greeves accepts gemstones as currency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have to be ones that naturally form?
No.
You don't have to worry about that. He has correspondence.
Oh, but that's true.
Cody can literally just summon them up from wherever he wants.
So yeah, all Cody really has to do is just teleport himself to a diamond mine, hold a hand out, and start sucking the diamonds out of the ground.
Especially because he's got Correspondence 5, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You gonna be okay? Soon and Shadow Wolf, what's happening right now is that Kerr just realized that Zim is able to completely break part of the timeline yet again, because Greeves is actually able to supply all of the different components that Cody would need for the global working that Domino is doing.
I will also say that Greeves also accepts energy.
Oh,
such
so
as
I can pay him in. Yeah, I can pay him in quintessence.
Pay him in coffee.
Yeah, no, literally. I'll just get 2 cups of coffee from the coffee maker and sit down and talk business over lunch.
Domino, are you still there? I feel like I was hearing crying from the sky for some reason, and it wasn't rain. It
You
just
made God
sounded
cry.
Yeah, you still there, Domino? Is this individual able to help with that?
A magnanimous dispensation.
Oh! Oh, whoa!
_Royal tipped $100. Owl Weapons and Logistics wishes you well. Mind giving some to care for the work I've just undone? Remember, the shapeshifter is cheating V-Carrot.
I am not cheating. What are you talking about?
Wolfstein is cheating.
Choo-choo, motherfucker! Choo-choo!
Well, whoa, thank you so much for that tip. That does complete the next September goal, which was domino art.
Actually get art of Domino. I actually don't have any artwork of Domino. I've never gotten artwork of Domino before.
So, whoa, that's how I'm sharing it with Kerr. Gotta pay the artist after all.
Totally devolved into hysterics. Kerr? You okay?
I'm just watching everything fading away.
Tochemay, thank you so much for the biddies.
This is just the second chapter of the Mage game.
Wait, what the? Okay, what's with the noises you're making? Are you just laughing so hard that you've broken your laugh?
No.
Mangum cheered with 100 eggy bitties.
You know what? I'll just call that plus all the biddies from Tochemay recently and stuff as another point on the next September goal. That has been updated.
I think we need to do a wellness check on Kerr.
Kerr, hon, darling, I love you. Come back to us. Kerr, hon, you there?
Mm-hmm.
You getting domino art? So, where are we with the, the story? Cody's talking to Domino here,
Joke.
Dun dun, tainted love. Dun dun.
Kerr.
Yes.
What's
Sorry.
going on?
Nothing.
Reality has ended. Well, thanks for coming, everybody.
You're kind of sitting here silently. We need to get going with the game again.
Sorry, I was just getting my notes and stuff torn up because we're probably not going to need them anymore.
Oh, we can still do this stuff because, just because people are like turning into beast folk, that doesn't necessarily mean their day's getting any worse than it already was. I mean, come on. With all the shit that's been going on in the world at this point in time, you think that if a portion of the population suddenly turned into beast folk, it would even raise an eyebrow?
Yes.
Probably would a little bit.
I'm trying to comfort him. Stop that.
All right. So. Okay. Breathe. Breathe. All right. Yes, darling. Yes, I think he would be more than able to help you, darling. So long as you can pay the fees and such, which I don't think should be a problem for you. Yes, he'd be probably more than willing to help you get whatever it is you needed.
Well, excellent. Domino, is there anything that you will need me to acquire from him for your side of things?
And Domino will give you a list of stuff.
Excellent, thank you. And I will go get in touch with... I will go, Bob, yes.
Excellent. Is there anything else that you need, darling?
Oh, no, that was... Oh, where exactly is he in town?
He should be coming to the town square, I believe. A large open area.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for the news.
Of
So I'll see you
course,
this
of course,
evening.
Matt.
I'll see you this evening for tea and then the ritual, yes?
Yes, we can see about that.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'll have Ferris begin making the biscuits.
Biscuits and tea.
It sounds delightful, darling. Have your people call my people, we'll do lunch.
Sounds good. And he'll hang up and go to he'll hang up and go talk to Bob.
What's up, boss?
Yeah, so I've got this list of things that we'll need for the ritual for bringing back beast folk to the world. Is there anything else that you would like, that you think we should add to this list? I'm about to go shopping.
He starts to list off things that you would probably need.
Excellent, thank you.
It is a very large list of stuff.
This is Cody.
I know, but still, I just wanted to warn you.
He is jotting it all down in his computer.
Got any examples of what this stuff would be, out of curiosity?
Let's see.
Like Eye of Newt and such?
Oh, no. The Shining Star of an Innocent. The
Here we go.
Frozen Tear of a Vampire. The, let's see, the First Laugh of a Baby. The Essence of Pure Dragon. And so on.
I can think of a few ways to gather that essence of a dragon.
I'd like to volunteer for that one.
Oh my god, you people. I was about to say is like, it seems like that list of stuff we actually would have been able to obtain, which is the hilarious thing.
Good luck with the reliquary of an Earthbound.
Lord, I'm not that evil. I'm not that evil.
For those who don't know, those are the Archdukes of Lucifer.
Yeah, those are like the most powerful demons.
Imagine going to the only dragon that we know and saying, we need pure dragon essence. It just rolls his eyes and goes, bards. Doesn't matter what century, it's always bards.
As he just reaches into his chest and pulls out a small golden little light. What?
Like, huh,
what else did you think it was?
Well, when it said essence, bards.
Yes, of course you assumed. Yes. Werenimal, what about you? How are you doing as everyone's being gathered up by Alexis and Portia?
Kyle probably, asking what's going on. It's kind of, knowing it's probably something that he probably can't join in on. But Kyle is, being still mundane and stuck in the town. He's thinking about going on a little supply run. Well, they're getting busy doing that.
You would be able to go along.
Oh, he can go along?
Oh yeah, the invitation's open to you.
Well, Cal doesn't have anything better to do, so he'll come along. Cal unloading the AR-15 out of the car as he was about to go out of the gates to hit up one of the local abandoned malls.
He's doing his best to enjoy the apocalypse.
Yeah. Hey, I myself am a prepper, so I would think, Cal, me in this universe would be too.
Yeah, if your character's a self-insert, then anything that you do in real life, that your character would be able to do.
Yeah, he has his prepper gear. He's loading shit into a GP hot wired, and he's and went down into Cody's armory and just loaded up some
and
weapons.
I can imagine awakening as a mage has definitely helped with the confidence factor.
Well, he hasn't awakened yet.
Oh, okay, never mind. Carry on.
He's not a mage, he's just a mundane human that wants to go out and kill things and raid supermarket for goodies. Because this town has run out of Oreos and needs to get more.
You know that Portia can just, duplicate food, right?
But where's the fun in that?
Actually, Alexis can duplicate food, too. He can take it from before it was eaten.
Tanya, he wants to live his post-apocalyptic fantasies. Let him play his Project Zomboid in peace.
Yeah,
Calvin,
let me go out and drive outside. I only have about 6 months before the gas goes bad.
Calvin, you have a sacred mission. You must find the last Twinkie. Go. You must not fail.
I accept this quest. I'll find the nearest Wawa. I might as well use the car as well. The gas stays good.
I am still
it's been 4 months. They only have about 4 more months to go until the gas goes bad.
As the mages just fix it.
I'm still surprised that they even stopped making Twinkies at one point.
Yeah, why would they do that?
I'm pretty sure it was a marketing stunt where they're like, yep, we're not making these anymore. Oh, wait, actually, we are. But...
No, the official corporation that was making Twinkies went out of business and somebody else bought it.
Oh, fun. So, yeah, we're all gathering up then.
All right, so Cody, Warren, when you guys get the call, would you guys come to meet up with Alexis, Portia, and Wereni?
After his shopping trip.
All right, Cody, you may go on your shopping trip.
He doesn't know how long this individual will be there, so he wants to go make sure he gets his stuff first.
Mm-hmm.
And safely secures it in his armory.
That only takes 45 minutes to an hour to get everything.
Wonderful. You're not going to play Greeves?
And how long is Greeves going to be in town? Because I know our characters don't know that he's there, but if they were to be informed by somebody...
For a couple of days, so you guys all would have a chance to visit.
Before Cody leaves, he's going to to let everybody know that there's a merchant here that's got a lot of rare and exotic items.
So yeah, Portia's bookmarking that for after the meeting then.
Portia, can you duplicate a Taco Bell quesarito?
I can only duplicate things that are organic.
Wow.
Okay, that was a good one.
Dang.
I can probably go back in town and grab one.
Remember that there is a clip function.
That was very good. I will.
Yeah.
I will.
If he's actually asking her to clone Taco Bell, all she needs is base organic components, and yes, she can replicate it.
The Taco Bells are no longer open since the world ended. So how am I gonna get my Taco Bell fixed?
Also,
Portia.
Fuck you, Wereni. I want Taco Bell now.
I'm actually eating Taco Bell right now.
Oh my god.
Double fuck you. And not in the fun way.
We can do that later.
See, meanwhile, all I had was just a baked potato before the stream. I had a single baked potato, and you're here eating fast food.
I had my comfort dino nuggies and fries.
Please. I just like DoorDash stuff. I'm lazy. I don't cook.
I don't have the money for that.
If Werenimal in game is actually asking, Portia would be willing to supply him with some MREs.
Sounds good. Yes.
So, how many crown points to make you accept WoW as your god and found the Church of Hoot and spread the word of chaos?
I have a bunch of people worshipping a nuke.
Tyrants_Templar just resubscribed for 27 months. Did someone say rations?
Can we create a death cult around the WoW nuke?
Getting things on point though. Yes, on the trip to the meeting then, because he said he's got that hot wired Jeep, so it might as well, have him drive him there. She would be using raw materials to replicate several MREs, doing her best to capture the Taco Bell flavor profile, but it's an MRE, so
Cal is happy either way. He's just happy to do something as well, because he's for the past 4 months he's been, with all the craziness happening, him losing his job, he's been feeling rather useless, so he's glad to feel somewhat useful. Even though what he's doing isn't all that useful, because they can just, use magic anyway. But he's driving.
Is difficulty still 7, or has the apocalypse lowered it?
Has lowered it. You would be able to succeed there.
Okay, so yeah, she has a stack of Taco Bell menu MREs for him.
Yay! While Cal is driving, he's like scarfing one down.
Portia can make anything, and you make MREs.
They have a shelf life of yes.
But you could literally just make just a meal for him to eat while he's driving. That's what I'm making the joke for.
It just did. Something
that tastes good.
good is a matter of opinion.
Portia, can you make me an everything bagel with cream cheese and smoked salmon with capers, a little bit of lemon, salt, pepper?
So something we need to work on with you, Werenimal. You said, "Can you make me?" You're fucking lucky. No, there's no Fae within earshot.
Oh shit! Dang. Can you make me a werewolf?
And to think, the Ascension
Cody
Wars were only half a year behind.
Cody just pops in on the vehicle's radio. I second I second Calvin's request there.
Cody, if you were to become a werewolf, you'd lose access to your magic.
But I will.
Why?
You wouldn't be technically human anymore? Wouldn't technically be a mage? I just want to get to the meeting already.
Alright, we should probably actually get to that.
I was wondering, so yes, it doesn't take long for you guys to arrive at the meeting. The Technocracy have basically requisitioned a large building, formerly an apartment complex that lost some of its people, and basically turned it into its mission control center. And you guys would be escorted by your good friend Isaac up to one of the private rooms for the briefing. Provided you were all okay with that, of course.
Portia would make her bodyguards wait outside.
In the sun.
They would be a little bit frustrated by that.
This is a military compound. What the fuck's gonna happen in a secure military building?
And what if there's
Don't
an
ask that
assassin
question.
waiting in there to shoot you?
Don't ask that question.
Then I'll shoot them. Kyle with the big iron on his hip.
We got multiple mages, a technocrat captain, and a psychotic doomsday prepper. I think we'll be okay.
I've been wanting to shoot something for months.
See?
I'm an American, goddammit.
Okay, inside with you.
None shall see me, though my battle cry may give me away.
Oh, whoa, Stein moment.
Yep, that's all that I'm waiting on.
That's what I was waiting for too. Ba-dum-ba-dum. Bum-ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-ba-dum. Bum-meow-meow-meow-meow-meow-meow-meow-meow-meow-meow-meow. Portia, there's something that you hear.
What do I hear?
A soft hoot.
Hoot.
So it begins.
But yes, as you guys make your way in, Isaac is the one escorting you, and once you guys are inside of the room, he takes care to lock the room and then walk over to a computer and start typing at some keys as you hear the whirring of machines. And Cody, you notice your computer basically loses all signal with the outside.
Faraday cage.
Oh, lovely.
Basically, this is a very secure center. Nothing goes in, nothing goes out while these things are going on.
She's just going to lean over to Werenimal. Scranton anchors.
Wait, what'd you say?
Scranton anchors.
Ah.
Alright, so we've gotten some reports, and we wanted to see about you guys possibly checking out one of them. If you guys would be willing, that is.
I'm perfectly willing. Got a couple of bodyguards that won't leave me freaking alone. They might not be so happy about it.
We've been hearing some whispers from down under as he points downwards towards the earth. You get the same sense he's not talking about like a basement or anything, but the underworld.
I was gonna guess China.
That there are some very, very nasty spirits who are a little upset towards Empty Springs basically surviving and are making some plans to possibly come after us. We need more information though, and we think we know of a spot where we might be able to find something out, but the last two groups that we've sent, none of them have come back.
So you figure if you send in some capable reality deviants that they might actually come back in one piece.
Mm-hmm. This is very, very hush-hush. And this is coming from Lucy himself. He's worried that there could be spies here in Empty Springs. That's one of the reasons we didn't inform Alexis. We didn't want any word to get out, and we weren't sure who we could trust.
Still feels fucking weird to be working with him. Still feels fucking weird that that's who he was to begin with, but, you know.
Anyway, we're going to be sending you over to a nearby town. They got hit pretty hard when the first waves happened, but there are still a few people there, and we think a cult may have sprung up dedicated to some god, and we might be able to get some information from either it or its followers about what they're planning to try to do to Empty Springs.
Sounds pretty simple.
Depending on the nature of the entity they're worshipping, whether it's, God, spirit, otherwise, is it important to you that it to remain unharmed?
Oh no, terminate with extreme prejudice if it's an enemy of humanity. We have enough issues that we're dealing with that we don't need any more if we can help it. If this is a threat on our doorstep, go ahead and deal with it with extreme prejudice if you feel like you have to.
Understood.
Just as a general rule of thumb, if something's forming cults around itself, usually it's not a good thing.
Usually not. I found the same sort of thing.
Should be
Stab
fine.
a spirit. Yeah, stab a spirit in the face, deprogram a few people. Gonna be a fun little excursion.
Were they gonna give us a ride, or?
It depends on how you guys want to approach it.
I didn't think a big airship would be a good idea to.
Might want to try stealth recon at first.
Yeah.
Or magic.
Airship. There's something.
We want to make an entrance.
Yeah, the problem is the only airships that we have are of the Technocrat variety. They're basically just spaceships that are sticking close to home. If I was going to ride an airship somewhere, it'd be, Victorian style. But yes, we do have a few ways at our disposal to relocate. Okay. So how far away is the town? Not too far?
No, it's not too far. Maybe a few hours from here at most if you were walking on foot.
Don't suppose that you could spare an IFV. Preferably one with a reality anchor in it.
We could see about that, yes.
Or we could just take my Jeep and look like a bunch of scavenging humans.
Slowly looks at Cody, slowly looks back at Werenimal. I mean, we could play the part of scavengers, but yeah, I'm willing to part with my wings. But Cody, you willing to come back to the land of monkeys? Cody, bald monkeys. Somebody pull a string. He's not talking.
Yes, Cody is Sorry, repeat that?
The idea that Werenimal was pitching was that we make the trip in his Jeep, passing as scavengers. Just, a band of survivors. Which would require Portia to abandon her wings and Cody to turn back human.
Fine.
Cal is going to pet Cody before he turns back.
Okay, then forget the IFV, but I could still use a reality anchor. Please, if they play hell on our abilities, but they like to fuck other people too.
Actually, better idea. Cody is going to go quadruped.
Doggy.
Doggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can do this all he wants. He is not giving it up now.
Mm-hmm.
Cal picks you up.
Portia is just going to get a very evil grin and just, she's going to create a strip of leather and make it into a collar.
Oh.
Cody will teleport the collar onto Portia's neck.
You're no fun at all.
Cal will pat Portia on the head. And then, while holding Cody, scritch behind Cody's ears.
So, Cody's going to be a dog. Then that rules out that as a concern. So yes, I think we have everything that we need to save for an anchor to go and make that trip.
Okay. So, is there anything you guys would like to do before you head off?
Save point.
Okay.
Save the game. Well, Portia is going to go and investigate the merchant that Cody was talking about.
Okay. Yes, you would be able to find Greeves setting up shop in the center of town, willing to offer whatever people are looking for.
If they can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to guess from the size of you that you aren't a normal human.
Would you like to do this, Zim? You know him better than I do.
Oh, but of course not. I am a gnome, as it was called.
I was told that you can procure various exotic materials.
Anything you could desire, if you can afford it. For that matter, if you could afford it, I could whip up an item to deal with this whole reality breaking apart thing, too.
I get the feeling that would be beyond my budget. So, would you happen to be able to obtain items to store quintessence?
Oh, but of course.
Because I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I can't think of the in-world units here, but an item to store up to 3 units of quintessence. About what kind of price that would run?
That would be an artifact.
Well, that price and such would be up to Kerr.
It wouldn't be that much. Especially with Cody. If Cody was willing to help out, you would be able to afford it very easily. Especially since he can get you what you need.
And so what currencies do you accept? I get the feeling that USD ain't good or ain't worth shite anymore.
One sec.
Is Zim hauling all of the gold to pay for Cody's shopping list?
Do.
No, one of my pills tried going down the wrong pipe.
Don't you just love when that happens?
Ugh. Anyways, what was the question?
She's asking what currencies he accepts.
I accept gems and energy and, well, occasionally I will, accept favors.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm trying to remember the legal term for it. Fuck. As a legal term for something being passed from one party to another. So a party just acts as an intermediary. I can't remember what it is. What about mediator? That's not what I was hunting for. Yeah. What about third party favors? Say somebody were to owe me a favor and I trade off a portion or all of that, depending on price.
Unfortunately, no. The favor would have to come from you.
Ah. Well, if you're willing to accept quintessence, I may have something for that.
Well, it would probably require quite a lot of it, but yes.
And how much is quite a lot? How many dots are we talking here?
1 million dots.
Just suck her soul out, why don't you?
Oh yes, I do accept souls too.
I wasn't offering. Anyway, so what would be the price for a 3 quintessence artifact if she's paying in quintessence?
A 1 dot artifact would be able to store 5.
Really? I'm fucking underselling myself then. Holy crap. Okay, then yeah, a 1 dot artifact for 5 quintessence, however much the price would be on that.
Probably 3 or 4 dots.
Yeah, she'd be willing to pay that much. Not sure the method by which he'll be extracting it, though.
Oh, not to worry. Just bite on this.
Oh,
and he hands her a stick.
I'm suddenly very concerned. Is this something to bite down on for the pain, or what's how are you going about this?
Do you want the item or no?
Well, I do, but I'm wondering how you're gonna be extracting the quintessence. You know, I'm a mage. I can just, send it out into whatever container you need.
I need you to bite down on the stick.
I'm gonna fucking hate myself in the morning. All right, she's gonna bite down on the stick.
And it's almost like drinking water, but in reverse. Not painful, just slightly...
Very disconcerting.
Yes. And he plucks the stick from your mouth and says, "Ah, very good. Here's your item."
I'm gonna have to visit the two of you again sometime. How many quintessence
The two
was
of
that?
us? What do you mean?
Double vision. That's what I mean. How many points of quintessence was that?
14.
Was it 14?
I thought it was only going to be 4 overall, or was it 7 if we do... Was it 2 things or just 1 thing?
No, it was the one thing.
I thought it was one thing, yes.
I was wondering one thing for storing 3 quintessence, because it's like, that sounds like a powerful thing, and then Tochemay is like, oh, actually, no.
Yeah, you can store up to 20.
Start. Yeah, so she was going to get a 5 thing, because apparently that's actually the, accepted power level. So was that 4 quintessence spent?
Yes. Also,
yeah, she's going to be a little busy for a bit.
Doggo Cody is getting all of the pets and scritches.
Yes.
He is pleased.
He's getting... I am now...
So what is the artifact that he gives her for storing quintessence?
He somehow lifts. It is basically a shipping container. You know, one of the ones that they put onto ships. He's sitting in his wagon and just starts pushing this thing out of the opening in the wagon, and somehow it's fitting going out, and he's able to just push it out. And so you're standing right next to this giant container.
What?
Is something wrong?
That's a bit ungainly in size.
Ah, but you did not specify what you wanted. Were you looking for something smaller?
It was, something I could carry on me person, yeah.
Ah. Very well then.
Looking at the crate, looking at the wagon, looking at the crate.
He snaps his fingers and the crate just starts getting sucked back into the wagon.
And there it goes again.
And you suddenly feel very weak and lethargic and just overall awful. There we are. Pleasure doing business with you.
Wait, what?
What? You wanted something you could carry on your person. I laid a curse on you.
Oh my god, are we seriously going to be going down this route, treating him like fair folk now?
Oh no, I am definitely not a fair folk. I am a gnome.
Okay, in previous dealings, he didn't do the monkey's paw bullshit, so I was just assuming here.
Well, you know what assuming does? It makes an ass out of you and me.
Only if you're admitting that you're an ass. Specifically
I can't tell you
asking,
that sort of thing if you wish.
Specifically asking for an artifact capable of storing 5 units of quintessence, which is small, portable, preferably durable, which does not give off any foul odors or unsavory sounds, that is not sentient, that is not carnivorous, that does not need to consume various forms of biomass or spirit matter. Nothing that affects local space-time or gravity. I can keep going on if you really want to go down this path.
No, you could simply just tell me which form of item you would like.
One dot artifact. This was already gone over.
Artifacts come in so many different shapes and sizes. If you just want a ring, say you want a ring. If you want a necklace, say you want a necklace. If you want a giant ship that carries all this, very well.
This is what happens when you allow Zim creative license of any kind whatsoever.
I mean, he's not pulling the monkey's paw thing. You're just not telling him what you want.
I was leaving it open for you to pick the thing, but if you're going to be like that, fine. I'll just think of something a little bit later. I'm kind of
very well.
drawing a blank right now.
And you find a collar on your neck.
Seriously.
You hear what you can definitely interpret as doggish laughter.
Teach my hamster to suck eggs.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll just have it be a choker necklace or whatever that the artifact is.
Oh no, that is definitely a collar.
Choker necklace.
Your friend Cody wanted it designed this way.
Choker necklace.
The collar looks nice.
There's also a little ring on it for a leash.
I would like to point out, you are all assholes.
It also says good girl on it.
I am being abused right now. This is emotional torture. Yes, so fine. The artifact that she goes with is a choker necklace. So that works.
Unfortunately, Wostein, I will be declining this, as if I wish to be an ass, then I will be an ass. You are unfortunately not able to force me into this.
What are you talking to?
Oh, don't worry about it. You see, you are being... I'm talking to your audience. You see, there are many people out there that are watching you from another world.
So you're like Domino, then.
All this talk of asses, I feel like someone's about to start braying.
Domino? Oh, no.
Domino has a tendency to talk to beings from higher planes. carries on conversations with them sometimes too.
Yes, I'm familiar with Domino. I find him rather boring, to be honest. No real creativity. Nice. Well, yes, but you see, he can't actually create anything. Not something new.
Well, I like Domino.
I mean, you're welcome to like him. I'm not saying that you can't. Now then, anything else that I can do for all of you? I've got plenty of different items available.
Ooh, can I take a look?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. Portia got more than she bargained for already, so.
What do you suggest, Greeves?
For you. Might I say a lump? An indestructible and always powered lump.
Cal's inner moth is screaming, yes, yes, yes.
I guess Rostein, I can absolutely let that one go through. Portia, one of those otherworldly viewers, well,
be right back.
Have fun. And Portia is now a donkey.
Yay, donkey!
She's immediately turning herself back.
Aw, you're gonna turn yourself back before I can pet you.
You are incapable of doing so.
Alright, Calvin's going to
I reject the reality and substitute my own. Rolled a 0 anyway, so not like it fucking matters.
I did say,
like it fucking matters.
I did say if all this talk of asses, someone was about to start braying.
Well, no, she can still talk.
Hey,
right,
do
so
the hee-haw anyway.
Moment. No, one moment. I'm gonna need to roll, I think it's strength plus brawl? I don't have any points in brawl.
Dang, but I wanted hee-haw.
Oh, see. Here, do. So that would be a 3. Gonna need you to roll evasion there, Werenimal.
Oh no.
If you ask her to hee-haw, she is going to mule kick you.
Oh boy. Oh crap, my thing timed out. I don't even have it open.
Actually, I think it is time for us to get switched over for ATA.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time waffling.
That's fine. We had fun.
Yeah, Cal is still gonna want you to do a hee-haw and pet you.
Yeah, the more that you ask for that, the more she is going to brutalize you.
I am going to dodge.
Oh, Portia! It seems you are getting an odor now. As a tag floats over from Greaves' wagon. Clearly visible on there is is owned by Werenimal and attaches itself to your collar.
Yeah, I'm one hair away from red rule right now.
If you wish to decline that, then very well.
We're starting to hit the pale, is what I'm saying, in terms of silliness.
Well, anyway, Cal is going to be like, yes, I want the lamp.
Well, I think we're going to go ahead and call this for this evening. Because we do need to get started with ATA here.
Okay.
Or at least switched over for it.
And Kurt got pulled away for something.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're just gonna go ahead and get switched over.
I don't know if my model is lagging or what.
So, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today for Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that allows this stream to continue to come to you all. We cannot do it without you guys helping and supporting the channel however you may, whether it is financially or just with your time. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye.
Bye.
I come back and we're ending. Bye everyone.
Bye-bye.